Welcome to the Impatient Entrepreneur Podcast, a show where we hear from entrepreneurs and business owners who are chomping at the bit to make their mark on the world. I'm your host, Lauren Quidar Cockrell. Now, let's hurry up and get to the good stuff. Hi, friends. Welcome back. We have such a treat for you today. We have our first father-son duo on the show. And I wish we could all be here together just to experience this. I feel like my heart has grown 3 sizes just watching the two of them interact and love each other well and beautifully and yawn a little bit. Anyway, I'm chuckling before we even get started. Welcome to the show, John and Mark Cronin, the founders of John's Crazy Socks. Welcome to the show, guys.
We are glad to be here.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lauren, for having on your podcast.
Now, listen. This is the first father-son duo Lauren has had. We can't mess it up for all the other father-son duos. We got to do a good job. You ready to do a good job?
Oh, yeah. Dad.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
This is going to our permanent record.
Yeah, we'll go on our permanent record. Yes.
Yes, the internet never forgets, guys.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, tell us what is John's Crazy Socks, and give us a little backstory of how it came to be.
Well, why don't you introduce us so people can tell the difference?
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Welcome. My name is John. This is my partner, my father, Mark, and we are John Crazy Socks. And our mission is spread happiness.
We have a mission to spread happiness. John's Crazy Socks. We have a slightly different type of business model. We're a social enterprise. So we have both a social and a business mission, and they feed off of each other. But what it comes down to is spreading happiness and showing what people with differing abilities can do. My partner here, among his many other things, entrepreneur, dancer, athlete,
yes,
public speaker, you have Down syndrome.
I am. I have Down syndrome. Down syndrome, and never hold me back.
It doesn't. So that's John's Crazy Socks in a nutshell. We have grown the business, and we could tell you the origin story. Our origin stories matter because they give us our DNA. But today, we sell online.
Yes.
We sell to other businesses, custom socks, gift packages, kitting and assembly. And we're getting into wholesale so other stores can carry us. But we took John's idea, and now we've shipped over 475,000 packages to 89 countries. Wow. We're able to create 34 jobs. 22 of those are held by people with different abilities. And our giving back program, John here has donated over $800,000 to our charity partners. And you like to say,
I just get started.
Just getting started.
Okay, so I have lots of questions about your origin story, and then about where you are now and everything that you do. But I want to ask y'all my first official question, which is, John, Mark, are y'all impatient entrepreneurs?
Oh, yes.
I am. I'm very patient entrepreneur.
Part of it is, John's a young man.
I do.
I'm an old man.
You're old.
I'm 66 years old. I don't have time for a 10-year plan. We got to get things done now. Things need to happen. So, and it's one of the advantages we have of being a small place is we can be nimble, we can be fast, we can move.
Love it. So now that we've gotten impatiently to that question, going back a little bit, tell us how did this get started? How did John's Crazy Socks begin?
You want me to tell the whole thing?
I can tell the beginning.
Okay.
Because
go back to the fall of 2016.
Okay.
And our story starts in a small log cabin in the woods.
No.
It starts on suburban Long Island in a town called Huntington, outside New York City. And where were you, buddy?
I was at Hunting High School. I completed my last year of school, and I've been looking at school different programs, and I'm looking other jobs. I don't like those jobs that I don't like.
Right.
Which means I am an entrepreneur.
He's in his last year of school, like everybody else, trying to figure out what comes next. And he couldn't find anything, couldn't find meaningful work. And unfortunately, that's reality for too many people in this country. Only 1 in 5 people with a disability are employed. It's awful. But John here is a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
I think the real spirit of an entrepreneur is somebody who sees a problem as an opportunity. So if you didn't find a job you wanted, what'd you say?
I said, I want to create one. I want to make one. I told my partner, I want to be with him. And nice fathers have been together.
So I am a lucky man.
Yep.
You are.
I've read you 2 children, is that right?
I have 2 children. Yeah.
I have 3 sons. And this is one I could work with.
Yes, I am.
So there we are. And, you entrepreneurs out in the audience, you have a lot of ideas. And not all of those ideas are good ideas.
No.
What was one of your, we're going to start a business. We had to figure out what it was going to be. What was one of your ideas?
One of them is a food truck. I saw a great movie called Chef. I wanted an actor named John Farrow, a neat movie about father and son bonding,
Bonding on a food truck.
a food truck.
So
I love that movie.
food trucks are like universal. No matter where you're living, everybody loves eating from a food truck.
Yep.
Ooh, I love barbecue.
And we're thinking, what could we make? He's suggesting barbecue, and
Yes.
where would we put the truck? But we ran into a problem.
We can't cook.
Yeah. So it wasn't going to be a food truck. But
Alas.
right before Thanksgiving, and giving your audience the U.S. Thanksgiving in November, John had his...
I have plenty of ideas.
Yes, your eureka moment.
I did. I want to sell crazy socks. Why socks? It's fun. It's colorful. It's creative. It's always let me be me. I want crazy socks my whole life. My partner and I and try around look for those socks.
Right, we used to drive around looking for these socks. So this is what we figured. If John loved them that much, surely other people would too. Find those people.
Absolutely.
So we're here, talking to impatient entrepreneurs. The traditional way to do things is prepare that business plan. I've done a lot of them. I've evaluated a lot.
Okay.
Do your market research, your competitive analysis, your operational plan, financial forecast. That's not what we did. We skipped that and we went the lean startup route. We said, let's get something up and running and customers will let us know. So we built the website on the Shopify platform. A lot of platforms out there. Shopify makes it easy. We got a little bit of inventory. The only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page. And I would take out my cell phone and we made videos. And who do you think was in those videos?
I am.
Hopefully John.
More socks.
Hey, what day did we open?
We opened on Friday, December 9th, 2016.
And we didn't know what to expect. But that first day, we got what felt like a flood of orders.
Yeah, I bet.
42 orders. Most
great.
of them were local.
Sure.
Made sense, right? He's in Huntington High School. We lived in Huntington. We were temporary office space there. So how'd we deliver those first orders?
Our home deliveries, we get red boxes, we'll put a sock in the box, and I put candy in it, and a love in the car.
Well, you put a thank you note in too,
I
right?
did.
Right. So we get these boxes, the candy. We got bags of Hershey's Kisses, poured them in, loaded up the car, drove around, and you knocked on doors delivering socks.
I do.
How the customers respond?
Customer responds, they love the socks. Customer love me.
They love you, huh?
How can they not?
And so here in New York in December, it gets dark early. It gets cold. We're pulling up in front of houses. I'm watching John. He's getting out. He's knocking on doors and he's going inside. I'm sitting out in the car and it is getting cold. I'm freezing. I'm wondering, what's he doing? Meanwhile, you're inside drinking hot chocolate, telling stories, taking pictures, having a grand old time.
Best idea ever.
But after, at the end of that month, really 2 weeks, we had shipped 452 orders.
Wow.
And we knew we had something.
Yeah.
We didn't know how big it would grow. We didn't know how fast. And here we are now in our 9th year. Describe the growth. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of good things, and some things that have tested our mettle.
Of course, yep. We'll get into that.
That's what happens, right? That's
right.
And we do a lot of public speaking. We speak often with entrepreneur groups. In the last week, we've spoken at 3 different colleges and universities. And
amazing.
One of the things that we tell, particularly entrepreneurs starting off, it is not a question of will things go wrong. It's only a matter of when.
Right.
And how are you going to respond?
Right.
But
that's, as I explained to my young children, we have no control over anything. The only thing we get to control is how we respond.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, and now how many orders are y'all shipping a year now?
Well, we're very seasonal. So
of course,
nobody buys much in January because they spent all their money at the holidays.
Sure.
We pick up and we do well in February, March, April. Mother's Day, people buy things. People view us as a gift shop.
Sure. Okay.
After Mother's Day, there is nothing. First people spend.
Well, we're in our sandals in the summer too.
They spend much more on their mothers than they do their fathers. And so we struggle through. The summer is awful. Nobody buys socks in the summer. And then there's the holiday season. We do 60% of our business.
Wow.
In November and December.
Okay.
Which
that's a lot.
Sometimes is a tough way to do.
Right. How have you smoothed out some of that lumpiness? I mean, are you just planning financially for that, or have you tried to stream, I guess build another lines of business or try to get people to buy them all year? Like how have you worked around the seasonality of the business?
The answer is yes. So there are a number of things that we try to do. As we started by selling direct to consumers through our website. Over time, we have added B2B service. Customers came to us looking for us to make custom socks. We've grown that. That offers some counterbalance. Making socks for golf tournaments and summer events. We continue to test counter-seasonal products. And there's some financial planning. We've had 5 years ago, we found a strategic partner a third-generation family business that manufactures socks. They make them for department stores and brand names. So that gave us the manufacturing capability we needed and financial stability. Because what we need, it's not as much investment, though that all depends on which side of the table you're on. We do need working capital to get us across the summer into the holiday season.
Because when you started, you were selling existing socks, but now you're doing your own designs now, or a mixture of both, or
it's both. When we started, the idea was we would be the universal sock store, that we would sell everybody's sock. Then we started making our own. And we started with our awareness socks, celebrate causes, raise awareness, and raise money. What were the first awareness socks we created?
Down syndrome awareness socks.
Down syndrome awareness socks. And who
Makes sense.
designed those?
I did.
You did.
Oh, nice.
So that's where we started. But now we have our own line of socks, J's, and athletic socks, and compression socks.
Okay.
So, part of our challenge is we have very loyal customers. We have people that love what we do. As you heard him before, everybody loves John, right?
Yeah.
But we're working to get people to understand that we have socks for everything, that it's not just crazy socks, that it's, we got a review last week from a customer of our athletic socks saying, I was skeptical to buy these. I like your socks, but I have stuck with the name brands. And that's literally the term she used for my athletic socks. She says, but I really like what you do, so I bought them. And wow, your athletic socks are better than
lovely.
name brand socks. And she went on talking about how she had just run 8 miles, and these are the most comfortable socks she's ever had. And
wow.
So we just got to break through for others to see that.
Exactly. John, have you designed any other socks?
Yes. I other sock. I'd be identical superhero socks. I've been created, and
you did the fireworks socks.
Yeah.
Shark socks.
Yes, I did.
You're like Leonardo da Vinci.
Are you doing that with on paper, and then you translate that, or okay?
Yes,
I did. I did that very first time.
You used to do them with crayons and markers.
Yeah.
Now you do it on the computer.
Now you additional on the computer.
But then we have a sock designer, because you have to understand what's going to work with the sock design. And then we have to translate that into a format that the machines can use.
Sure. Makes sense. Yeah, it's not just scanning in your drawing. How do y'all fuel yourselves as leaders? Do y'all go to conferences? Do you like to listen to podcasts? Are there books that you like to read together? How do y'all like to make sure that you're the leaders your business needs and your team needs?
Again, the answer is yes.
Spoken like a true entrepreneur.
I think that's it. John has taught me the real mark of intelligence, I think, is curiosity.
I agree.
Hunger to keep learning and understanding. And it's more than that. It's also internalizing what you need. And you need this combination of confidence, right, that you could dare to go do what you do, and humility that you can't do it all and you're not always right. Then leads you to, I think almost every entrepreneur I know consumes a lot of books, right? But the right webinars, the right organization, conferences. I'm a member of an organization called the Entrepreneurs Organization, which has, it's a network of, I call it ambitious entrepreneurs that have already achieved a level of success and want to achieve more. And so, and that organization provides online courses and conferences, and then small group sessions. You would mention earlier, can be lonely. And it's really important to have other people that are going through the same thing. They're not necessarily going to give you an answer. They don't have the answer key to your problem. But they can share their experiences, and you can bounce ideas off of them and know you're not alone. I know the Entrepreneurs Organization has a good ethic of no shooting on people,
Yes. Yeah.
sharing experiences, but no shooting on.
Mm-hmm. Well, EO is a huge one. I'm in our local chapter's baby EO program called Accelerator. So I was at a lunch for them today, actually. But that's been huge for me, if nothing other than the community of fellow entrepreneurs is so powerful, and being with your quote unquote people is just really makes all the difference in the world. In addition to all the things you can learn through education and whatnot, being with your peers is truly transformative.
Well, also, when you're leading the organization, we have a good team here.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have a bride where we might even make it to 44 years. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We have, but none of them are sitting in this chair.
Right.
And it's helpful to talk to other people who are.
Very much so. Very much so. What are y'all excited about that's on the horizon? Do you have a new product line coming out? Do you have a new service or a new show or a book, anything like that that's coming along that you're excited about?
Yes. Yes.
All the above.
Molly Bloom at the end of Ulysses. Yes, I will. Yes. You ask about going to conferences.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I have learned is when I return from a conference, I don't talk about it for a few days. I want things to simmer down. Otherwise, I can just overwhelm people with them.
Oh, yeah. Yes, very much so.
we have one big thing that's really driving us.
Mm-hmm.
That's showing what people with differing abilities can do.
Right.
So we're building on what we've done with John's Crazy Socks. We already made reference to one. We do a lot of speaking engagements.
Mm-hmm.
So we travel the country doing keynote speeches. We've done a tour of Canada with the State Department. We've been to Mexico.
Wow.
Next month, in April, we'll be in Portland, Oregon. We'll be in London. We'll be in D.C. So that's one part. We have a podcast because half of the world has a podcast.
Yeah.
What's the name of our podcast?
Spreading Happiness Podcast.
Spreading Happiness Podcast.
Beautiful.
Books. John here, in fact, is working on 2 books.
I do.
2.
Those 2 books.
First one, I'm gonna be I have down to never hold me back. That'll be Sugarberg. I'm gonna be all the pictures.
Right, an illustrated children's book.
And illustration.
And what's the other one?
Other one, I mean, John's giant book of jokes.
John's giant book of jokes. Because between a Facebook Live and our podcast, for 4 years, every week, John tells a bunch of jokes.
Okay.
The idea is we should put them in a book, Dad.
Can we have a joke?
Gonna tell you a pirate joke?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
What's a pirate movie? Movies rated?
What is the pirate movie rated?
Rated R.
And we could call it John's book of the worst jokes ever, but people find it funny. But
it is funny.
And I have a book in the works about our experiences. One of the things we found as we went out and explored our options, right? You have 2 kind of poles. You can go to existing publishing houses, get in with them, maybe through an agent, or you can self-publish. And around self-publishing, there's a whole industry now.
Yes.
You can pay Forbes $150,000 and they'll write the book for you and put their label on it. And,
okay.
As we did that, one of the things we discovered is there is no publishing house that focuses on people with different abilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Into that breach, we are creating a publishing house that will publish by, for, and about people with different abilities. So we have that going. We are also, it's kind of related. All this is related. You can see how they feed off.
Yes, I'm sensing a theme. Didn't see something there for me. I'm going to create it myself. I'm just going to create a business, an industry. There's no mold, so I'm going to build it.
We hear from a lot of people who say, we see what you've done. We'd like to do it too. Many of those are families that have a child and say, we're trying to figure out what's going to happen with this child, and we'd like to start a business. And then the other are businesses that say, we'd like to hire people the way you've done. We don't know how to do it. We try to help those folks as much as we can now. But one of the things over the next year we're going to develop is more rigorous coaching for those families and consulting opportunities for those businesses. So we have a lot going on.
Yes.
We are
Socks is the tip of the iceberg.
right. We've just started a kitting and assembly business.
Okay.
Taking a strength way and took a page out of Amazon. Amazon takes much of what others would see as an expense and turns that into a revenue source. So they have to fulfill their items. They turn around and sell those services. They kind of pressure you to have to use their services. They have to get items delivered, so they create a delivery service. They needed to create their own cloud supporting, so they sell their cloud supporting, which is a source of profit. So we do a really good job with fulfillment. We have a ready workforce. We're now doing kitting and assembly for different businesses of putting things together for them, or in some cases, taking it apart. So we have that this in a week and a half for World Down Syndrome Day. When is Down Syndrome Day?
March 21st.
March 21st. Because you get Down syndrome by having it a little bit extra.
Extra love.
Extra love. And all of us humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes. With Down syndrome, have an extra 21st chromosome.
That's right.
Trisomy 21. So the third month, 21st day is World Down Syndrome.
There we go.
We have a celebration going on here. We got musical acts, fashion show. John's going to do a live dance party. But one of the things we're opening is a warehouse store. So we can get some experience direct with our customers in retail. So we have little things and big things happen.
How are you keeping all this organized? This is so much. I'm getting tired listening to you.
Well, it is part of your theme of the impatient entrepreneur. It is something I've learned from a guy as a consulting, a coach in business, strategic coach, Dan Sullivan.
Yep.
A wonderful, book out of who, not how.
Yes, we were just talking about that yesterday, actually. Yes, wonderful book.
Don't start by thinking, how am I going to do this? Ask who's going to do this. And also, and it may sound contradictory given what we're describing, but don't go running off to 10 million things. You could see how everything we're doing really comes down to one thing. Show what people with different abilities can do.
Right.
And you have to be strategic in picking what you'll do, at least we've learned, which means saying no to some things. We'd like to open a brick and mortar store. We'd like to, we've been talking to people about some home services. As we have an aging population, people that need support that might just start with companion services. And we could take some of our folks, they could be the companions. But I've just told you about that, but we wouldn't do that for a year or two because if you try to
keeping the main thing,
if you try to do too much, nothing gets done.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So let's switch gears for a moment. You've hinted at it, so now it's time. What's something in the life of John's Crazy Socks where the rug got pulled out from under y'all, and you were thinking, well, looking at each other, I don't know if we're going to survive this. This is not good. This feels like the worst thing that could ever happen to us. But ultimately, you survived it, and it turned out to be one of the best things that could happen.
Okay. Well, our origin, you heard about where John was. You didn't hear about where I was. That was tough. And I can talk about that. There are things that are small and humorous.
Sure.
Here's an example. John told you we opened on Friday, December 9th. What time were we going to open?
Are we going to open as the afternoon?
Well, that's when we did open. What time were we?
At 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Website crashed because our webmaster, who was me at the time, something up in the code.
Gotta fire that guy.
The second day, we didn't know what to expect. We only had a little bit of inventory. But by Saturday night, we were running out of inventory.
Wow.
Where are you going to get socks to sell on a Saturday night?
Good question. Where?
We drove to every Kmart in Suffolk County and all the socks we could.
That's why they shut down. Bought all their socks.
Just so we could have something to sell. Or, we told you we put candy and we started with Hershey's Kisses, right?
Yeah.
And everybody loved the Hershey's Kisses.
Yes.
Until we reached March and we got the email from the woman in Florida. He'd say, you may not want to send chocolate through the mail into the South.
Yes,
but,
can confirm.
I could share in terms of vulnerability and where things happen. So we told you before how and why we started the business. But let me back up a little bit and ask, well, where were you, Mark, when John did this?
Okay.
So I spent most of my career in the healthcare field.
Okay.
And my wife was an attorney. It turns out what makes one a good attorney has nothing to do with running a business. And I tried to convince her to give that up. She didn't want to give it up. I said, let's go the other way. I'll come in and help you. So I did. And we grew the business. She was doing trial work for other people. She had 5 cases of her own. We grew it. We got it up to about 150 cases. Things were all good. Except before we're working together, and I need to be careful in how I say this, our family medical challenge is not Down syndrome. It's depression. My wife suffers a pretty significant form of depression, as does my middle son. Down syndrome, that's easy. Depression is hard.
It is.
And what it led sometimes was for my wife to do some things that were pretty self-destructive. Well, one of those came to light. It turned out that she had done something you can't do. She had dipped into some client funds. And when she did that, when I found that out, this had happened years before, I was like, well, you got to run to that client. And you got to confess and pay back. And she said, I can't do that. If I do that, I'll get disbarred and say, I'm saying, sweetheart. Well, sure enough, did, contacted the client, started paying the client back. It was a large sum of money. And then Columbus Day weekend, got a letter from the Bar Association saying charges have been filed. How are you going to respond? Now that had been the family business. We shut the law firm down on Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, 2 detectives showed up to arrest my wife. So there we were. We had just lost our income. My wife was facing jail time, trying to figure out what comes next. Immediately starting some businesses. And in that, John came to me and said, Dad, I want to go into business with you. And at first, I heard my son asking for help. I now realize he was helping me.
Absolutely.
He was saying, Dad, I believe in you and we will find a way. So that's kind of where we were born. But our first 2 years,
Mhm.
we moved like gangbusters. Part of it was thanks to a fellow Texan. Well, you weren't born in Texas, were you? Were you originally?
Oh, I was, yes. I don't sound like it, but yes.
Well, you got the y'all, and we could
Yeah,
sing
yeah.
about T for
He
Texas.
protected. He for Tennessee.
Um, George H.W. Bush,
Mm-hmm.
John,
Mm-hmm.
George Bush the elder John and he had become sock buddies.
Really?
Oh, this was great fun. We had discovered that the former president liked to wear crazy socks.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
what do you say, John?
I sent him about a sock.
He said, let's send him some socks. John says that a lot.
Okay.
But next thing you know,
Well, John, you're a great salesman.
we get a call from the president's office saying he loved those socks, going to get more. Then he
Oh, my
started
goodness.
sending John socks
Oh,
about us. And
sock pen pals.
so things really boomed for us for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In 2019, so that's 17 and 18, 2019, things came down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad,
As they do.
but really came down a lot. And two things happened. One, we had staff for a much higher level. Now we're at a lower level.
Mm-hmm.
And the other was we were bootstrapping, so we didn't really have any capital. But talking to my accountant at the end of the second year saying, hey, we had this banner year and we made a profit. Everybody's doing great. How come I have no cash? Mark, let's go look in your warehouse. You see all that inventory and that infrastructure?
There's your cash. Yeah.
So that was a bad year. By the end of that year, we were, for all intents and purposes, bankrupt.
Uh-oh.
All year long, we were talking to potential investors. As I told John, we kissed a lot of toads.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's always humor. I met with a bankruptcy law firm that said, oh, we can help you. All you have to do is give us $25,000 cash. I was like, guys.
It's like, what are you not understanding about this situation?
$25,000, I'm not talking to you. But that's when we found our strategic partner, which helped us keep going.
Right.
Even now, here we are doing well. We're talking to you in the middle of March. It's been a rough start of the year. Consumer confidence is down.
Yes.
E-commerce is down across the board.
Okay.
Okay, we've weathered things before and grown. But at the same time, I've got my partner, and their business is struggling. And you may have heard the stock market is down a lot, which
it is a bit, yes,
affecting things. So my partner is saying, I don't know if I'm going to have the money to give us the working capital this year. But if you're an entrepreneur out there, we do an open house every year, an open house party for our anniversary. Last December, I was talking to a customer, and he said, this is so great. You did all the hard work. You got started. And once you got started, then you just cruise.
What? No.
Obviously, you've never run a business.
Right. There's that playbook I got.
You just have to, part of it is, some of what we spoke about before of having other people that have maybe been through things. It is partially, you have to know who you are. You have to know why you do what you do. You got to have that purpose. And you got to know your values. Your values will give you the guidelines. So, your purpose is your North Star. So when you get knocked ass over heels, you can still see where you got to go. And your values are the guidelines that keep you going straight.
Right.
And they're not real values until you're willing to spend money on them or give up revenue.
Very much so.
If you have those ingredients and you keep your eye on what matters, petty stuff falls away. And you just keep believing in the process. Hopefully we survive.
Yes, hopefully. I feel confident for you. Definitely all the makings. The dream team, obviously. You'll be your visionary here.
Well, I do get asked, you get asked by a lot of families, okay, what's the one thing
Mhm.
that you would recommend that we could succeed? And the single best thing is, well, I would kidnap John. I,
Right. John, what advice do you have for working with your father? If
I,
someone's thinking about working with their dad, what advice do you have?
what would you tell somebody else about working with the dad?
um, my advice, I with my partner. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
My partner, he played with me. He played with me,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave me. My dad played with me, and he gave me strength. And any better I work with my partner, it's nothing. It's nothing without him, because he, my dad lit me up. He knew how he knew he learning. My dad, he is a great father. My dad is a great father. He's very smart and he's very intelligent.
So, I,
John, is Mark paying you for
yeah, I
this?
know. So it's, I think there are some ingredients there when you think about a partner, or in particular, if it's,
Mm-hmm.
one, you have to believe in each other.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know you need each other.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not working with John, we're not here. You're not talking.
Right. Right.
And when you focus on the big things,
Mm-hmm.
all the petty stuff falls away.
Mm-hmm.
But occasionally there are some bumps.
Mm-hmm.
I told you before that we had a lot of investors in potential investors in
Mm-hmm.
2019. And one day we had somebody in, and God, this guy was so offensive. I couldn't wait to get him out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
But we had promised him when we were done meeting, John was going to give him a tour.
Mm.
And I, at one point, interrupted that tour to move it along a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
And John just looked at me and said, "We have to talk." And when we were done, we went back to the office we shared, and he pointed at a banner on the wall that has our logo, and our logo has his face on it. He
Mm-hmm.
points at this banner and he says, "Whose picture is that?" "It's you." And he held up a notebook that, the name of the company's on it. Was, "Whose name is that?" I said,
Oh my
"Yours."
goodness.
He says, "Don't forget that and never interrupt my tour again." And I have not.
Yeah, like, you know what? That's my bad. You're right. You're right. I'm so sorry. So I'm curious. I'd love to hear this from both of you. When John, when you were younger, was there a personality trait of yours that maybe people criticized a little bit, but you realize that now you're running this incredible business that has your face and name on it, that it's actually your superpower? And then Mark, same question to you.
What are some of your superpowers?
Yeah, tell us a
I feel
superpower.
I'm really so proud I have.
Yeah.
I believe my superpower are born this way.
Yeah. A lot of belief,
A
right?
lot of people
A lot of
believe,
self-confidence.
yeah, bigger kind of thing, yeah.
I can remember one incident. They were doing a Relay for Life talent show at your high school.
Yeah.
And John loves to dance. So he was going to get up and dance at this thing. And he was practicing in front of the house. And his mother and one of his brothers come to me and say, "We can't let him do this. This is going to be bad."
Mm.
And I spoke to John and I said, "John, I got your back."
Mm-hmm.
And that night at the high school, he stepped out alone on what looked to me to be a stage bigger than Radio City Musical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he stepped out there and killed it.
I bet.
He knew.
It did.
That was pretty cool.
It did. And also, I want to share
Yeah.
The sibling I used to said that back 2017, when my grandfather he died from the cancer, and at this talent show, my dad grandma pick factor, I sang a special song to him.
You sang a song for him, right? Yeah. John gets these ideas, and they're a little wild sometimes. But, you know,
just got to hang on. You'll see it when we get there. Mark, how about you? What, when you were a kid, was there like, oh, Mark, you're so competitive or ambitious, but now as a leader in, you know, working with your son, that you realize it's actually your superpower?
Well, there were some things of, you know, similar of, oh, we can go and do this. Come on, kids, put on a show. I also did a lot of organizing and building things, not always for good. You know, I can tell too, one of them John loves hearing about. My junior year of high school, I organized Junior Cut Day. And that took, you know, a fair amount of getting everybody together and stuff. And as a result of that, they threw me out of the high school. They eventually let me.
You were so effective, but, you got thrown out.
I did something. I was talking about this with a friend the other day. You know, I didn't even have the language for it. But my sophomore year of college, over the Christmas break, I read Tom Wolfe's Electro Kool-Aid Acid Test, which was Ken Kesey and the Merry Pranksters and the things they would do. And they had their house band that was called the Warlocks, who later became the Grateful Dead. And they would put on these parties. I think today you'd call them a rave. And I'm like, I'd like to go to one of those. But like, this is mythical. Where does it happen? And then I decide I'm going to have one. And I came back to school and I look back on this. It's almost like somebody else doing this. I got some friends together and I said, all right, you're all going to put $100 up. You're going to be a backer for this party. So I didn't call them investors or backers, but here we go. And I took that money and I gave it to somebody and I said, I want you to buy a pound of pot. And you're just going to keep reselling that so we could fund this party. And on Wednesday nights, I ran a keg party. And it was, you know, like $2 get in and drink until the kegs ran dry. But then I started, you know, in essence, skimming money off the top for this 3-day party.
Oh my God.
And did a bunch of things like this. And what a party it was.
I bet.
But eventually I took some of that towards more positive outcomes.
Yeah. Sometimes I look at my daughter, who's just maybe too clever for her own good, and I just look at her and say, whatever you are, please be a good one. Yikes. You are so smart. Oh boy. Okay. John.
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice you'd like to give our listeners today?
My advice for you guys today: follow your heart, follow your dreams, work hard, so you can do.
Beautiful.
Someone asked me, I'm supposed to follow him?
Yes.
You know, it's two things. One, believe. Know what matters. Believe. And that has to be manifest in everything you do. Right? It's for us, if it's spreading happiness, that drives our budgets, our resource allocation, how we answer the phone, the color of the walls, how the packaging we do. And the other is take action. Don't, you could sit around, you know, with our case, we could have sat around and spent 3 years thinking about what does a sock business look like? And
Right.
a partner was like, let's go. Let's go. And you learn by doing.
Exactly. We'll build this airplane as we're flying it.
Right.
Love it. Beautiful. Well, guys, thank you. It's been such a treat to be with both of you today. Where can people find you and get some crazy socks?
I'll go at johnscrazysocks.com.
John'sCrazySocks.com. You can find us on all the social media channels. John, loves dancing on TikTok.
Yes, I do.
You just look for John's Crazy Socks. And if you got a business out there, let us make socks for you. Everybody got enough T-shirts and coffee mugs and pens. You give that customer, you give your new employee a pair of socks, they're going to wear that. And every time they put it on, they're going to think of you.
Yep. I love it. I think I need John to design me some too. I need a John original.
And here's kind of the value thing with us. You're going to get great socks. We have over 33,000 5-star reviews.
Wow.
Our net promoter score is a 94. But when you buy from us, you help us employ people with different abilities. More than half our colleagues have a different ability. And you help us give back to charity partners like Special Olympics, National Down Syndrome Society. John's donated over $800,000. And most of all, you help us spread happiness.
Thank you. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for spreading happiness. Thank you for being great partners. Thank you for showing us the way and for building a model that other people can follow, and for charting your own path when the one available wasn't available to you. And so I really admire and respect both of you, and thank you for being here and sharing your story.
Well, thank you. And Lauren, maybe you'll have more father-son teams on now.
Maybe so. So once again, you're showing us the way.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to The Impatient Entrepreneur. Love the podcast? Be sure to share it with a friend or colleague and give us a 5-star review. You can also chat with us on Instagram or Facebook at The Impatient Entrepreneur Pod. Want to star on a feature episode? Head over to theimpatientrepreneur.com to inquire. Thank you to the team at Quidar & Co. for believing in me and bringing this podcast to life. And thank you to Carson Childers for mixing and editing this episode. I can't wait to see you next time.